video. As you guys can see behind me, we are going to do the 2019 Chevy Silverado today. As you guys know, like I told you guys before, this is a rental car that I have because I travel for my day job. So therefore I had this rental car for the week. So now we're gonna go ahead and check it out, man, and see, and see how it is. If you guys don't already, if you're not already, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that button. Make sure you smash that notification bell and everything else. On top of that, make sure you guys share it, man. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your aunt, tell your cousin, tell your whoever, your baby mama, your tios, your tias, your primos, everybody, man. If you got, that's for the Latinos out there. But anyway, yeah, man, for sure, man. Make sure you guys go out there and share this video and share my channel with whoever. I'm trying to grow this channel as big as possible. But anyway, with that out the way, yeah. So as you guys do know, like I said, for the few of you guys that do watch, I travel for my day job, so therefore I get a rental car pretty much, every time that I go out. And this time we got a 2019 Chevy Silverado, man. So let's check it out. Yeah, so first of all, let me go ahead and excuse it being dirty. Like I said, as you know, it's a rental car, so I can't control whether it's clean or not clean and how well they clean their cars. But they obviously don't clean them that well. And we are in North Carolina, and it's kind of, the weather. Actually, today's not too bad, but usually the weather's not too bad, not too good this time of year. So maybe that might be a reason why as well. But anyway, as you guys can see, this particular car is not a high model, so it's not a high trim level. Like I explained in my last video, usually I try to get like the highest trim level they have, at least get some kind of leather or something, and they didn't have anything on the lot. This time that was like a higher trim level. So this is pretty much a base model. You guys are familiar with the Silverados, though. Obviously, if you get anything else that's that's a higher trim level, you're gonna have a little bit more chrome on the bumpers and exterior features and things like that. You'll most likely have either chrome here, or you'll have your your turn signals and everything else, or your turn indicators on your rear view mirrors or your side view mirrors as well. So with that being said, let's go around the car, man, see what we got. We do got chrome bumpers. These are not, they're projectors, but they're not LED or HID, I should say. They're not HID, but they do have the running lamps here, the daytime running lamps. So I would say that's pretty cool as far as for even being on a base model. You got your little indentation on your hood here, give it a little bit of style, I guess. Yeah, obviously you don't have the upgraded wheels because again, this is the lower trim model, so you're not going to get the best of the best with that. And let me see what else we got around the vehicle. So this is obviously like a crew cab. So you got your front door, you got your back door with like a small little window. But we'll check the inside a little bit later. This is a 4x4, so even with the lower trim level, you still can go out and do 4x4. If you need to go out there and haul stuff or whatever, 4x4, or go out to the woods, you can do that. You got your tailgate stuff here. You got your rear view camera right there. So you got your tow package, so you can tow stuff. This is for, if you're towing anything, then obviously you can hook up your trailer connections here, so you can have your lights on your trailer. Not sure what that is. You got your step up here, so you can step up back into the tailgate. Oh, the tailgate is like a soft open also. That's pretty. It doesn't just slam down, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Yeah, man. You got your bed there. Obviously, you could turn on your lights up there, so that way you can see in the bed at night if you need to. There's a button inside. We'll get to that when we go check out the interior. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, this is a base model, so there's not really too much to say on the inside. Oh, I'm sorry, on the outside. But so let's go ahead and check out the inside. All right, so now we're on the inside. As you can see, like I said, I like to show how you know, like a bigger dude, a dude of my stature, as I always say, of my girth. I like to show how a dude of my size fits in the vehicle. So obviously this is a pickup truck, and you can see my room here. I mean, I have a lot of room. Obviously, my knees don't even come close to touching the dashboard or anything like that. So this is I'm about 5'10", something like that. So as you can see, like I said, you could, if you're around 5'10", 6 foot, 6'1", you can stretch out here, no problems. You got the glove compartment. Well, this is like a little storage thing. You got a USB in there. That's pretty cool. Glove compartment. Yeah. That's not a bright. Oh, okay. I was going to say that's not a bright light, but that light, I guess it you know, it gets brighter as it turns on. So it's like an auto dimming or something like that. You got your lights up here. Again, if you had a higher, you got your sunglasses. If you had a higher trim, I'm sure you'll have like garage door openers and all other good stuff, or maybe like a sunroof up here. So you have buttons up there for like sunroof and all that other good stuff. So, well, got the back seat. We'll check that out. You got storage here. This might be, again, if you have the higher trim, this might be, I'm not sure, I have to check it out, I have to look it up, but this might be a wireless charger station. So you could just put your phone there and it'll start charging. Now, don't quote me on that, but it might be, like I said, if you get a higher trim. But other than that, even with the base model, you got 3 cup holders here. These are all pretty much like rubber. Like I said, it might be a little bit nicer with the higher trim. But you got 3 cup holders. You still have like other little space here that you can put other things. You got the center console. Not too bad. You got, let me see, 12-volt port there. USB ports here. So pretty decent space that you got a little clip back here that you can, I guess, put papers or envelopes or whatever. Yeah, decent space for a truck. I've seen bigger, but this one's not too bad. Let me see, what do we have down here? Oh, so down here, so like I was saying, you have the rear for your tailgate, or for the bed of the truck. You have the lamps right here, so you can turn that on. As you can see, the indicator came on, and it shows you, hey, you know, you got your lights on in the back. This is obviously for traction control. Down here you have another little storage compartment. Put that back in. You got another 12-volt outlet here. Yeah. So I mean, even with the like I said, the low model, you still have a lot of things here. Obviously, I mean, it's not the best, but it's not too bad either. Let's go check out the back. All right, so here goes the back. Like I said, if this is not the extended crew cab, obviously this is probably, you know, I forget what they call it, but it's not like the actual extended crew cab or extended bed. You can tell because there's not that much room back here. But obviously you will still have, like I said, with the higher trim, you'll have leather and everything else back here, and I'm sure it'll look a lot nicer than what it does right now. Go to my bag. So back here, I'm sure, like I said, if you had the higher trim, you'll have most likely, you know, a bunch of air conditioning buttons and functions and things like that. But even nonetheless, with this one, you still got a 12-volt 12-volt power outlet there. Little storage here, and I don't know why. I don't know what this is here for. Can't really use that, but anyway, let's hop in and see how it fits with me inside. All right, so with me inside, you can see it's a little, like I said, I'm probably bigger than the average dude, but I mean, I'm comfortable, but I wouldn't be able to sit back here for like a long time. So, you know, I mean, my knees are hitting that. And granted, and this is not even the, you know, the setting that I was sitting at in the front. So I did put it up a little bit, and it's still kind of snug for me. So just so you guys can know, you know, if you guys are riding with people that are a little bit bigger in the back, you see how they will fit. Like I said, they could fit, but not for a long time. But other than that, you know, it's not too bad. You have like a little storage compartment here. You got a lot of storage actually. You got your window up, down. This little window still goes up and down. Yeah. All right, let's go around to the driver's side. All right, so on the driver's side, again, like I said, this is the low model, and you know, you got all your buttons here. You got your unlock, lock, 4 power, well, you know, 4 windows. This is 1 touch up, 1 touch down. These are, I think they're 1 touch down, but they are not 1 touch up. And obviously you got your locks here if you want to do your locks for your windows or whatever. This is just to see which option you want as far as which side of your mirror you want to control. You got like little cup holders here, and another storage compartment, another storage here, like a little brushed aluminum type thing. Oh, here goes all your controls for your 4x4 or whatnot. You got all that right there. You have all your controls and all that for your lighting. So it's not too bad. Let's hop in. All right, so sitting inside, this is what you see in the cockpit. So you will have, you know, like I said, again, if you were with a higher trim level, I'm sure that you will have more options here and it will look a little bit better. But with this one, you still have your cruise control settings here, and on this side you have like basically your controls for your phone and things like that. On the back is where you have your controls for your radio, so you have your volume on this side, and then on this side you have like your, you know, your track options. So if you want to like skip tracks or whatever, you could do that. So let's go ahead and turn it on so we can see how it looks when it's on. All right, so when you turn it on, this is what you get. It's not a bad looking dash, you know, instrument panel. Even with this model here, like I said, and I'm sure if you get the higher trim level, which most people will, then it would look even better. So, but even with this one, it's not too bad. I can't complain. So you got all your, you know, you got your battery, your temperature, you know, your oil temp there, your fuel gauge, RPMs, and your speed there. So, oh, just missed that. Yeah, and in the middle you have like a little digital gauge where you have all your miles per hour. Again, you have, you know, cruise control, and then what gear you're in as far as that. And I'm sure you could go through your, so you could go through your menu and you can see different things. So, got your fuel range, oil life, tire pressure, fuel economy, and all the other good stuff. So here you got your buttons, so you could, if you need to do towing, you could do your towing button here. You can see if you hit tow. If you hit that button, then over here you got a little, you know, little indicator that says you're in tow mode. So you could tow, and then if you put that up and down, I guess, I'm not sure what that does, but there goes your tow mode, and then I guess, I'm not sure, I gotta look up with that. I've never owned a pickup truck, so I've driven one probably like 2 years ago when I had another rental. I had a Dodge Ram about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, but I've never personally owned a pickup truck. So I've always wanted like an F-150 or something like that, or even like a Dodge Ram, but I just never got around to getting one. So I myself got to get more familiar with the actual pickup truck. I would tell you, man, it's a lot different than driving a car. I mean, I've driven big cars before, like we've owned the Expedition, but this is just totally different, man. Driving a pickup truck is a lot different than driving like a regular vehicle, or even like an SUV. Just the, you know, because you got to account for the bed and everything else, and like I said, it's just different. So I know it's kind of hard to explain unless you actually drive one for yourself. But anyway, with that being said, on this side over here, you have all your controls for your windshield wipers and everything else. Obviously your indicators, you know, left, right, whatever. Obviously, if you just touch it one up or just slightly touch it up or down, then you'll do, it will do the automatic, like if you're turning or switching lanes. So, but yeah, other than that, you got another little storage up here. All your AC, let me see over here. So you got all your AC controls. Let me see. Up here you have your radio stuff. You can go through your menus. This car, I will say that's one of the good things about the cars nowadays. Some of you guys might be too young, but back in the 90s, man, late 90s, early 2000s, that's when I was, around teenager-ish, I guess. But when I really got interested in cars. But around that time, like, if you got a base model, it was base model. Rolling up windows, you had no options, nothing. You had nothing automatic, nothing whatever. Literally, you had nothing. If it was base model, it was that car with that car's name brand on it and 4 wheels. Literally, that's all you got. You didn't get anything else. So in today's world, it's pretty cool because you get, you'll get it's base model, but you still got like Bluetooth. You still get like, hands-free calling and things like that. Because that's what this truck, like I said, even though it's a base model, like I said, I still got Bluetooth. I still got my Bluetooth for the phone. I still got, like I said, it's paired with my phone or whatever, so I could listen to music, I could get phone calls and all that good stuff through the truck. Got navigation, like I said, this is pretty much a base model, and I still got navigation. So, yeah, man, that's not too bad. Like I said, I can't. Well, actually, I don't know if it has navigation. It doesn't have. All right, so my bad. So it doesn't have navigation, but when I put navigation, because it's connected through my phone, it plays through the car. It tells me what direction to go. So basically, a quarter mile, take exit so and so, and it plays it through the car because it's connected through my phone. So that's pretty cool. That's what I meant to say. But other than that, you guys see everything else. Like I said, this is pretty basic. Nothing much to see on this panel right here. But again, if you were to get a higher model, then I'm sure it'll be a lot better. But this car still does have OnStar, has an OnStar and everything else. So yeah, man, you can't complain with this. Like I said, I usually try to get something a little bit better as far as trim level. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But hey, it's for free, so you can't complain, right? All right, man, let's take this on the road and see how it drives. For those that don't know, I am Hispanic. That is the reason why I can't talk English, or I can't speak English. That's the reason why some of my words sound messed up and mumbled, and that's the wrong, whatever. It just sounds like I can't pronounce shit. And the reason why is because I'm Hispanic. I'm 100% Panamanian. No, I don't look like it, but I'm 100% Panamanian. When I was younger, my father and my mother did not allow English in the house. That's right, you heard that correctly. They did not allow English in the house. They said you speak English when you're outside, not when you're in the house. And not saying, obviously not in a bad way, but they wanted to make sure that I spoke Spanish when I got older. So with that being said, Spanish was my first language. I spoke, I learned English. My bad, battery died. But anyway, I was not allowed to speak English in the house, me or my brothers. The reason being, nothing bad, but the reason being was because they wanted to make sure that we spoke Spanish when we got older, and I actually thanked them for that. But so I learned English when I started going outside, when I got old enough to go outside and play with friends, or to when I went to school and all the other good stuff. But anyway, so when I was young, Spanish was my first language, and to this day I can't speak English to save my life. I don't really notice it either until people be like, man, you got like a certain accent or whatever, or like now that I'm doing YouTube, I go back and listen to myself, I'm like, dude, like, you gotta take speaker lessons or something, because you suck. Anyway, let's see how this car drives, man. I'm gonna take it out on the road, try to find a little back road or something like that, and we could see how it drives. All right, so driving this truck, man, is pretty smooth. Like I said, I will say it is different, man. It's just different driving a pickup truck than a car. Because when you hit bumps or whatever, it's like you feel it. Like, it doesn't just go over the bump super smooth. But other than that, just driving in a straight line, whatever, it's You know, we don't got a lot of bumps in the road or whatever. Like I said, it's pretty smooth. There goes another Silverado. Obviously, it's a different trim, and a higher trim is right behind me. I don't know if you guys can see that back there, but that's how it looks. But anyway, we'll see it when it drives by. But anyway, but yeah, so the truck, like I said, it drives smooth. You don't necessarily, you can see that one. So that is a LT. Anyway, but yeah, but like I said, it drives smooth. Actually, I've been driving this since Monday, and I still got pretty good gas. Man, I'm just a little bit under full tank, so like it's actually pretty decent gas mileage, to be honest. I'm actually kind of surprised. But with that being said, I'm sure this is the V6. Obviously, you know, you got the V8 models as well. I think this is a 4.3 V6 if I'm not mistaken, and then they also have the 5.3 V8, I think. So obviously most people will probably option, if they were to get a pickup truck, they'll probably option to get the V8, as because us Americans, we like big shit. So we want to make sure we get the biggest and baddest thing we can get on the road. And then if you're really big and bad, then you'll go out there and get the Duramax, which is, you know, the diesel versions and all that. So, and anyway, which I think is like a 6.3 liter or something like that. I don't know, something like that. So anyway, but yeah, but other than that, the main thing is though, when you get a truck like this, when you get a pickup truck, the main thing is you want to make sure you can tow there or something like that. So I think the Silverados, and I think it's the same for no matter what engine you get, they could tow up to about 16,000 pounds. So that's, I mean, that's a lot. There's not many things that you're going to get that's over 16,000 pounds, you know, for your everyday use. So most of your boats, most of your, you know, even if you want to get like some type of third wheel, like RV or something like that, I want to say most of the, you will be able to tow most of that with this, most of it. So that's not too bad, man. 16,000 pounds, and this is, like I said, it's just a regular old low model truck. Like I said, I'm not sure with the, you know, obviously with the 2500s, this is a 1500 obviously. With the 2500s, you could probably tow, well, I'm sure you could tow a little bit more. But anyway, man, it's not too bad. Like I said, it drives smooth on the road. You know, like I said, you got all your gauges here, so, you know, not too bad. And like I said, it drives smooth, man. I can't really complain with much. Like I said, I did try to, I did do a pull on it a little bit earlier, and there was nothing to write home about. But again, you don't really get, you're not getting this to, you know, to go fast or to impress anybody with the speed. You know, you want to make sure you go, and I mean, you're just trying to make sure that you can tow stuff and get from one place to the other. Like I said, if you need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. Oh, look at the school children. Anyway, but yeah, if you need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that, you know, you got the option to go ahead and you got something to put, you know, to be able to put all that 2x4s or plywood or whatever it is. You got, you know, those things that you got the option to be able to do those things, and then, like I said, tow on top of that. So yeah, man. So anyway, I think that's pretty much about it with this truck. Like I said, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, make sure you guys smash that notification bell. Also make sure, like I said, make sure you guys try to share this with your friends and your family and everybody else. And we're gonna try to grow this channel as much as we can, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys on the next one, man. Later.